Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 17 of the Abandoned Armoire Restoration Project. Today, we're going to finish the bottom shelf. Been working on it, playing with it, building supports for it, talking about it, but we're actually going to get it done today. So, as you know, if you've been following along, we have cleaned up the bottom slats, got them all glued together. I cut this to where it fits nice and neat into the bottom, but it's just too plain for me. I want to take off the remaining staple holes and spruce it up a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to create a border around the slats. And I have some leftover red oak from the Meemaw table project. And even before that, I had some red oak left over from our round kitchen table that we made. So I'm going to take some of these spare pieces of red oak and cut them into strips, and then we'll build a border. And then we're not done yet. There's more. Let's go ahead and get that done first. So here we go. Okay, this piece goes on the left-hand side of the armoire. Turns out my armoire is not entirely square, so I did some measurements last night and cut these two pieces. This one that goes on the left is actually thinner toward the back than it is at the front by about 3/16 of an inch. So I took that variance out of the equation of the bottom shelf by making the front go 3/16 further to the left so that it meets up with the edge of the armoire. But this surface, which is going to meet up with the bottom shelf, is still perfectly square. So I still have a square playing field. This piece goes over here. These little notches that you see, that is for the corners where that trim is a little thicker. Fits right in there, nice and snug. Now, my scrap red oak, I didn't have any pieces long enough to cover the entire front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure dead center of the armoire and then cut pieces there and there to meet up, because I've got some fun planned for the middle. So let me get these all squared up, make a perfect rectangle, and we'll go from there. 44 and 1/8. 22. 1/16. So I had marked each piece: rear left, rear right, front left, front right, right, left. so I can piece them back together. Um, it's looking good. So now let's uh, let's go do some half flap action. And I'm going to use the bandsaw instead of the miter saw. If you watched a couple episodes ago, I think the bandsaw will be a much more accurate cut. So let's go. That went really well. I now have the border for the bottom shelf complete. What I'm going to do to attach the slats is cut about a 3/4 inch or so rabbet ledge in there, leaving 1 inch or so showing of the border. Right you are, Splinters. There's more. I have a surprise for you. Not only am I going to do the border in the red oak, but I'm also going to have some cross members showing in red oak. And also cherry. So these are going to be half flap connected as well, but at 45-degree angles. This one should be fun, right? Hey, it was your idea, but I think it's going to work. Here we go. Why did I do that? I didn't mean to cut these pieces here and here in half, but while I was at the bandsaw, I forgot which was which, and I thought they were all the same, so I cut them in half. No, you did not warn me. But anyway, I can make the best of it. I will somehow make those seams as invisible as possible. So, on to the diagonal half flaps. Yes, I will measure twice this time. So I need to mark all my 45s. Let's move these out of the way for now. All right, that's one. We'll do the other three, and then we will go to the bandsaw. You can ask Splinters. It took us all day to get all of these angled half laps cut, but it worked out really well. I've already dry fit it together, so you're going to watch me glue it up. Just to show you, this is what one piece looks like. What I did was, if you recall, I had cut pieces in half. Then I cut out the triangle off the end of the one half, triangle off the other half. But then I glued them back together with a strip underneath. So that formed our angled half flap. Let's glue it up. Okay. I think it looks really good. What do you think? Check it out. See any glue squeeze out? No, I don't either. So I'm going to let this dry up, and then I'll take it out of clamps, and we will start cutting the grooves for the shiplap to fit into the bottom shelf. Be back once we're dry. Hi, Splinters and I from the future, 2 days in the future, since the video you just watched. I have just finished the bottom shelf. It looks great, but there is so much information that I want to show you that I had to break it up into 2 parts. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. Part 2 will be coming out very soon. I've already finished it. I just need to edit the video, where you will see, let's see, table routing and sled routing. So be on the lookout for part 2 of the Abandoned Armoire episode 17. See you next time. That'll do, pig. That'll do.